This market update for Dallas-Fort Worth might be a little shocking to you. It was for me because I was expecting something other than what the news has been telling us. So I ran my own comps today from the actual MLS for the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And Dallas and Fort Worth are a different story than the suburbs. So stay tuned and you're gonna find out what's in store for the housing market. Okay, let's get started in this market update because at first I didn't even want to run, the market. Now I have my own beliefs regarding real estate, and so I try to not just follow the news and bad news and shockers and clickbait and all of that stuff. I like to do what I think is best, at least for our family, when it comes to real estate. And then when I share what I think is best with you, then I get bombarded with people saying, oh, but you're a realtor, you just want to sell homes. Well, I am in the real estate business, but that doesn't mean that I want you to buy a home that you can't afford. So when all is said and done, when it comes to real estate, I'm always looking to find a good deal and buy real estate. The biggest thing is just don't buy out of your budget, okay? So what these are comps for August through December 9th. Today when I'm shooting this video, it's December 9th, and so it's a little early to finish out the year. However, it's showing some interesting trends. So I pulled it for Dallas, Fort Worth, Frisco, Southlake, and Keller. And so I was just kind of some of the hottest markets also alongside of the bigger cities like Dallas and Fort Worth, okay? So let's take a look. Okay, so here we go. And I did pull the median single family home. So this does exclude condos and things like that. Look, okay, so August, the median home price is $460, 13 days on the market. September is $436,000, 19 days on the market. So as you can see, the days on the market are definitely increasing. And September was a low. October was a high at 460, and then it kind of goes down a little bit for Dallas. That's exactly what I was expecting, for the prices to go down and the days on market to go up, right? We all expect that. But wait, there's more. Okay, Fort Worth, same story. Prices are decreasing, days on market are increasing, okay? And this is where the shocker is. Look at Frisco, Texas. Frisco is a different story, y'all. So while the days on market are still increasing, like 64 days on the market's pretty significant, right? For December, they are increasing, but the bottom was October at $638,000 for median home price, and now it's going up. The trend is going up in Frisco, Texas. So it's showing some confidence in the market, at least in the suburbs, not the big cities. But just a side note, for the actual city of Dallas, there's actually been a decline in population in the last couple of years versus the suburbs, obviously from Corona and all of that. Many people were moving out of the cities. And so that could play a factor in the decline of Dallas. So this is interesting, but there's still more, y'all, not just the cities. I'm going to compare them, just a side note, for 2021 to 2022. Okay, Southlake. Again, same story as Frisco. It was at 1.43 in August, and it bottomed out in October at 1.14 million as a median home price. And yes, the days on market are increasing. December 1st through 9th, that's a third of the month is over, so it shows 6 days on market, which is interesting to me. However, I don't know if that's a fair number or not, even this 1.3, but up to this day, literally December 9th, prices are going up. It's an indicator. So one more, I wanted to show Keller, Texas, and very similar story, not exactly the same, but similar in that it bottomed out here in October, went up in November, okay, came down a little bit back in December so far, but it's interesting to me, the suburbs versus the actual city. Now get this, y'all. You're going to want to watch it. Frisco, Texas, same exact timeline, with the exception of December. I pulled for the whole month of December in 2021. Look at the comparison. So we did expect in real estate prices to go down, but they're not down as much as we had anticipated. In fact, the peak of the market was May or June of this year. June 2022 is the peak of the market everywhere. And now that I feel like it's kind of bottomed out in this October, at least the question is, did it bottom out, and is it going to continue to go up, or will it bottom out in January, February? That is a possibility. I have predictions coming up here in a minute, but let's focus on this for now. Okay. Frisco, Texas, 2021, in August, the median home price was $574, in 2022 is $663, okay? Again, it's much higher, like $100,000 higher in 2022 than it was in 2021. And it bottomed out here at $638 in October, and the high in December was $650, okay? Now listen, let me share a little bit about housing trends. We do kind of normally we bottom out around December, January. So it is possible that January, especially with the housing market right now, that January and February could go back down. I do kind of anticipate the prices going down in January especially, and even February depending on the news. But listen, I have so many buyers that have told our team we're just waiting until the spring. Now, listen, this is the same story. Many people do wait until the spring because they have kids that are in school. They don't want to make them switch schools in the middle of the school year. But what we're hearing is they're waiting until the spring for the interest rates to come down. So I'm anticipating that if the interest rates do go down a little bit, even in March, because they may go up in January and February, but if they come down March or April, I think we may just pick back up where we were. So I'm concerned that if everyone's waiting until the spring, that we're going to get into another frenzy. I could be wrong about that. Right now, we are definitely feeling a balanced market. We don't have enough inventory right now for the price to just completely drop off, okay? This is why you're seeing, and even other right here, right? South Lake 2021 versus 2022. This is why you're not seeing a drop off in prices. We did drop off from the beginning, the first half of 2022. By all means, we dropped off. But now it feels like, and I could be wrong, it feels like we're stabilizing a little bit and a little sooner than anticipated, because I had anticipated us to continue going down in November and December. It could be not as many people are listing homes, but again, I mean, that's the reason that we don't have this massive drop off, is because we don't have the inventory, which we still have buyers buying. So this is interesting to me. So from 1 year ago, the median home price in 2021 was $1 million. And look, October was the bottom of 2021, just like it is in 2022. Okay, do you see that trend? It's very interesting. Here we go in Keller. Keller's a little bit different. But again, this year's prices are higher. 648 is still higher than the 643 top price. Okay? Now, Frisco didn't show a bottoming out in October of 2021 like it does here in 2022. And I think that it's because Frisco's still a hot city, guys. Frisco's a hot city. South Lake is a hot city. Keller is, but it's not as known. But just from outsiders that are moving here, I think that's why we're seeing what we're seeing. So there are many wonderful suburbs around Dallas-Fort Worth. Definitely have a consultation to help you narrow down where to live if you need that. But yeah, it's very interesting to me. Okay, so I kind of touched on this, but the predictions that I have for next year is that January and February may be the bottom of the market if we go down in price. Right now we're on a trend going up, but it's likely that January we could bottom out, especially if the interest rates go up in January and February. We're definitely going to feel a slowdown. But I do wonder and anticipate if this April it's going to start getting busy again. So, as always, buy a home if it's in your budget. If it's not in your budget, just don't buy a home. But I wouldn't be so concerned about this market crash that everyone had been predicting and making clickbait and all that stuff. I wouldn't be near as concerned about a market crash as I am about missing out in buying when everyone else is buying. And I say all that, but I do put my money where my mouth is. My husband and I just contracted on a home to purchase. We're going to move into it and then lease our current house out. And then it may not be our forever home, but we're just going to move there for a while. And but we believe in real estate, and I think that we contracted at a very, very good time. And also, just, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I have to justify my opinions because I feel like I'm against so much media. But I did predict in 2020 when the coronavirus hit and the market just completely stopped. Here in Texas, we shut down for 2 or 3 weeks and everyone was freaking out, especially in the real estate industry. But we had so many buyers that were telling us, oh my gosh, I was going to move here in April, but now I have to push it back to May. I had a sense that this market was going to bust out in May while everyone else was doom and gloom, okay? Because we have a sense from the buyers. We have so many buyers that call and we get to talk and help them. So I have a feeling it may be similar for April and May of 2023. So I'm happy to buy a home now. In fact, when we had that shutdown, my husband and I contracted on our home, and we did it just in time before the market went crazy. So just to say, I put my money where my mouth is. All right, y'all. I hope this helps at least help you gauge where the market is at today in Dallas-Fort Worth. I know it's not the same everywhere in the country, but if you do want to buy a home or sell a home, fill out the questionnaire in the link below and watch the next videos that YouTube says that you should be watching next. Thanks so much.